Okay, so ngayon naman pag-uusapan natin kung paano bakunin ang derivative ng function. So we will discuss the basic derivative rules, but before that, we need to be familiar with different notations in derivative. Okay, so first we have dy over dx or derivative of y with respect to x. And the other one, y prime. And we also have here f prime of x. Okay? So these are the different notations in derivative. So magkakatulad lang naman siya. Pare-parehas lang na derivative ang pinapakita niyan. Okay? So first rule is the constant rule. Okay. So again, first rule is the constant rule. For the constant rule, okay, so derivative of a constant with respect to x that is equal to 0 states that the derivative of any constant is always equal to 0. Okay, so for example, y is equal to 3. This y is equal to 3 is a constant function. So if we're going to find the derivative of this y or y prime, kukunin natin ang derivative, kaya naging y prime na yan, ang derivative ni 3 ay 0 lang po. Okay? And this is the final answer. Again, the derivative of a constant is always equal to 0. Another example. Y is equal to 1,248, for example. And kukunin natin yung derivative ni 1,248. So y prime or the derivative of y is equal to, so y prime or derivative of y is equal to 0. Again, kahit gaano pa kalaki yung value or kaliit yung value ng constant na yan, once na kinuha mo ang derivative, equal lang po yan sa 0. Another, derivative of, okay, so y is equal to, kunin natin ang derivative ni y is equal to 2,548,652. Okay? Again, kahit gaano pa kahaba yan or kalaki ang value niyan, ang derivative niyan ay 0 pa rin po. And that is the derivative of a constant is always equal to 0. Constant rule. Okay? And that is the first rule. Second rule is the power rule. So for the power rule, the derivative of, ayan, so derivative of x raised to n with respect to x, it is equal to. Okay, so kapag kinukuha natin ang derivative ng function na may exponent, ang gagawin mo lang, yung exponent mo na n ay ibababa mo. Okay? Then copy the variable x. And then yung exponent na n na yon ay babawasan mo lang ng isa. Okay, again, to find the derivative or to get the derivative of x raised to n, yung exponent na n ay ibababa mo, then copy the variable x, then yung n ay babawasan natin ng isa or yung exponent ay babawasan natin ng isa. So that is the power rule. Okay, so for example number 1, kunin natin yung derivative ni y is equal to x raised to 5. So the derivative of y is equal to x raised to 5. Kunin ang derivative, this y will become y prime since kinukuha na natin ang derivative. That is equal to, yung exponent na 5, ibababa. Okay? Then copy the variable x. And then yung exponent na 5 ay babawasan lang natin ng isa. Then simplify, y prime is equal to 5x, 5 minus 1 is 4. And this is the derivative of the given function. Okay, using the power rule. And then next example, example number 2. Okay, so for example number 2, what will be the derivative of y is equal to x? For example, what is the derivative of y is equal to x? So now we can use the power rule then. So y prime is equal to babaeng exponent. Yung x ay may exponent na 1. So ibaba lang natin yung exponent. Then copy the variable x. Then yung x may exponent na 1. So 1 minus 1, bawasan lang natin ng isa. So that is equal to 1 multiplied by x raised to 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, so this x raised to 0 ay equivalent lang din sa 1. Again, any number raised to 0, the answer is always 1. Okay, and then 1 multiplied by 1, that is 1. So now, y prime, or the derivative of x, is always equal to 1. Always remember that. Okay, again, the derivative of x is always equal to 1. The derivative of a constant is always equal to 0. The derivative of x is always equal to 1. Again, always remember that. Okay, and the next example is, and for example, number 3, y is equal to the cube root of x. So y is equal to the cube root of x. Using the power rule, kunin natin yung derivative ng function na to. Eh, ma'am, wala po naman na exponent. Okay? Paano po ito? Radical po ang given, hindi naman po exponent. Okay, this radical or this cube root of x, we can express this in rational exponent. Okay, pwede natin siyang i-express in a function with rational exponent. So, paano po? So, for example, di ba meron tayo sa law of exponent, kung meron tayong nth root of x raised to m, that is equal to, copy the radicand, x, or the base, x, then yung exponent ng x, that will be the numerator, then over yung index, that will be the denominator. Okay, so that is the nth root of x raised to m is equal to x raised to m over n. Yung exponent ng x, that will be the numerator, and then yung index, that will be the denominator. Okay, so now this cube root of x, we can express this in a function with rational exponent. Copy x. Yung x natin may exponent na 1. So this will be the numerator. Then over yung index natin is 3. So ibig sabihin po, this cube root of x ay equal lang din kay x raised to 1 over 3. Okay, so palitan lang natin. So y is equal to x raised to 1 over 3. So now, we can apply the power rule. So to get the derivative, so y prime is equal to, we can apply the power rule, ibaba sa exponent, which is 1/3, copy the variable x, and then yung exponent na 1/3 ay babawasan natin ng isa. Okay, and then this is y prime is equal to 1/3 x, 1/3 minus 1. So 1/3 minus 1, yung 1 pwede ko siyang isulat as 3 over 3. That is the equivalent fraction of 1 para maging similar fraction sila, okay? And that is 1/3 minus 3 over 3. Copy the denominator since this is similar. Then subtract or perform the operation sa numerator. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2. Okay, so ibig sabihin, this x raised to 1 over 3 minus 1 is equal to x raised to negative 2 over 3. So now, the question is this our final answer? Okay, so hanggat maaari, wag tayong maglalagay ng negative exponent. So how can we eliminate this negative sa ating exponent? Okay, so balik tayo ulit sa law of exponent. To eliminate the negative exponent, kung meron tayong a raised to negative m, that is equal to, get the reciprocal of the base, 1 over, and then gawin nating positive yung exponent. Okay, get the reciprocal and gawing positive yung exponent. Okay po. So now, para ma-eliminate natin yung negative exponent, kung nasa numerator siya, mapupunta siya sa denominator. So this is 1 over 3x raised to 2 over 3. Kung nasa numerator siya, mapupunta siya sa denominator, then magiging positive yung exponent. So this is the derivative of the given function using the power rule. Okay, and then the next rule is the constant multiple rule. Okay, so for the constant multiple rule, the derivative of a constant multiplied by f of x with respect to x, it is equal to. So kapag meron kang constant, ang gagawin mo lang, ilalabas mo si constant and then imumultiply mo siya or kukunin mo yung derivative nung natira. Okay? So labas mo si constant, then kunin mo yung derivative ni f of x. Okay, so c multiply by the derivative of f of x. Okay, so that is for the constant multiple rule. Okay, so for example, number 1, y is equal to 25x to the fourth power. 25x to the fourth power. So meron tayong constant dito which is 25. So para makuha natin ang derivative, so derivative of y is equal to ilabas si constant 25 and then kunin mo yung derivative, so multiply by the derivative ni x raised to 4 with respect to x. Okay? And then next is equal to copy 25 since hindi mo naman kailangan kunin ang derivative nito. So just copy 25. Then, kunin ang derivative ni x to the fourth power. We can apply the power rule here. So again, sa power rule, ibaba sa exponent 4, copy the variable x, and then yung 4 na exponent, babawasan natin ng isa. And then simplify. That is 25 multiplied by 4x cubed. Okay, we can multiply this 25 dito sa 4x cubed. So 25 multiplied by 4x cubed is equal to 100x cubed. So this is the derivative of the given function. Okay, so another example. Another example, so example number 2, y is equal to negative 6x raised to negative 2. So y is equal to negative 6x raised to negative 2. So again, meron tayong constant. So kunin ang derivative. So y prime, that is y prime, is equal to, ilabas si constant, negative 6. Kunin ang derivative. So multiply by derivative of yung natira, x raised to negative 2 with respect to x. Okay, and that is equal to, copy negative 6, derivative ni x raised to negative 2 with respect to x. Again, you can apply the power rule here. Ibaba natin sa exponent which is negative 2, copy the variable x, and then yung negative 2 na exponent ay babawasan natin ng isa. Okay, and then next is negative 6 multiply by, simplify itong nasa loob ng parenthesis, negative 2x, negative 2 minus 1, okay, and that is equal to negative 3. Okay, simplify ulit, that is negative 6 multiplied by negative 2, that is equal to positive 12, x raised to negative 3. Again, hanggat maaari, huwag tayong maglalagay ng negative exponent. Okay? So to eliminate this negative exponent, get the reciprocal. So 12, reciprocal ni x raised to negative 3. So kung nasa numerator siya, mapupunta siya sa baba. And then yung exponent ay magiging positive. So this is the derivative of y is equal to negative 6x raised to negative 2. Okay, so that is how we get the derivative of a function using constant multiple rule. Okay, so next rule is the sum and difference rule. For the sum and difference rule, so kung kinukuha natin yung derivative, ayan, so derivative ni f of x plus or minus g of x with respect to x, ang gagawin lang natin dito, kukunin lang natin yung derivative ng bawat isang term. Okay? Kunin yung derivative ni f of x. Okay, so f prime of x plus or minus derivative ni g of x or g prime of x. Okay? So this is applicable sa sum and sa difference. Okay po, again, sa sum and difference rule, pag kinukuha mo ang derivative using this rule, ang gagawin mo lang, kunin ang derivative ng bawat isang term. Okay? And then for example number 1, y is equal to 2x raised to 6. Ayan, 2x raised to 6 minus x to the 4th power plus 8. So 2x raised to 6 minus x to the 4th power plus 8. Okay, so let us apply the sum and difference rule. So to get the derivative of this function, we have y prime. So sabi dito, kunin mo lang ang derivative ng bawat isang term. So kunin ang derivative ni 2x raised to 6. Copy the operation subtraction. Derivative ni second term, which is derivative of x to the 4th power with respect to x. Then plus, copy the operation ulit, addition. The derivative of the third term, which is 8. So derivative of 8 with respect to x. Okay, so now perform lang natin yung operations. Okay, kunin ang derivative ng bawat isang term. So sa first term, pwede nating i-apply si constant multiple rule. Okay, so ilabas si 2, then kunin yung derivative ni x to the 6th power. Ibaba si 2 or ilabas si 2, then kunin ang derivative ni x to the 6th power. So that is 2 multiply by yung derivative ni x to the 6th power. Okay? Derivative na to. So ibaba natin si exponent which is 6. Copy the variable x. And then yung 6 na exponent ay babawasan natin ng 1. Okay, and then next, copy the operation subtraction. Kunin ang derivative ni x to the 4th power. Ibaba sa exponent which is 4. Copy the variable x. And then yung 4 na exponent ay babawasan natin ng 1. Okay, then plus, kunin ang derivative ni 8. Derivative of 8, this is derivative of a constant. That is equal to 0. Okay, and then simplify. That is equal to 2 multiplied by 6x. 6 minus 1 is 5. 6x raised to 5. Then minus 4 multiplied by x or 4x. 4 minus 1 is 3 plus 0. Okay, so this 2 multiplied by 6x to the 5th power, pwede pa nating i-simplify. 2 times 6x to the 5th is equal to 12x to the 5th power minus 4x cubed. Okay, so this is the derivative of the given function. So this is our final answer. Okay, so again, kapag gagamitin natin si sum and difference rule, just simply get the derivative of each term. Yun lang po yan. Okay, next rule is the product rule. Okay, so for the product rule naman, ayan. So for the product rule, kapag kinukuha natin yung derivative of the product of f of x and g of x with respect to x, ang gagawin lang natin, again, kapag kinukuha natin ang derivative ng product ni f of x at ni g of x with respect to x, ang gagawin nyo lang, kunin yung f of x, just copy f of x. Then, imumultiply natin siya sa derivative ng second function. Okay? Copy f of x, then imumultiply natin siya sa derivative. That's why we have g prime of x. Sa derivative ng second function, which is g of x. Then, add plus, yung second function naman, yung kokopyahin, g of x, tapos imumultiply naman natin siya sa derivative ng first. Okay? First sa second, second sa first. Okay po? So, derivative ng first, which is f prime of x. Okay? Kapag meron kayo nakitang prime, ibig sabihin, kinukuha nyo yung derivative nun. Okay? So, for example, number 1, so this will be the formula, or this will be your guide sa paggamit ng product rule. So, for example, number 1, a y is equal to x squared multiplied by x plus 3. So, y is equal to x squared multiplied by x plus 3. So, sige, para hindi kayo malito. Yung x squared, ito yung magsisilbing f of x nyo. Yung x plus 3, ito yung magsisilbing g of x nyo. Okay? So, apply lang natin tong rule. So, y prime, since kinukuha na natin yung derivative, f of x, copy, sabi dito, copy lang daw yung f of x. So, x squared. Then, imumultiply mo sa derivative. Ayan. So, imumultiply mo sa derivative ni g of x. So, multiply by the derivative of g of x, which is x plus 3. Then, yung operation natin ay addition. So, plus. Kopyahin yung g of x, which is x plus 3. Tapos, imumultiply daw natin sa derivative ni f of x. So, multiply by the derivative ni f of x, which is x squared. Okay? And then, simplify. Kunin ang derivative ng bawat isa. So, copy muna natin sa x squared since hindi naman natin kailangan kunin ang derivative na to. Then, kunin mo ang derivative ni x plus 3. Okay? So, yung derivative ni x, nabanggit na natin kanina, derivative of x is 1. Okay? And then, yung derivative ni 3 is 0. Okay, so, again, bakit po naging 1 yung derivative ni x? So, pwede natin i-apply yung power rule. X ay same lang sa x raised to 1. Pwede mo ibaba sa exponent, then yung copy x, yung exponent na 1, babawasan mo pa ng isa, and that is 1. Multiply by x raised to 0, and this x raised to 0 ay same lang sa 1. So 1 multiplied by 1 ay 1. Again, always remember that the derivative of x is always equal to 1. Okay, and the next, plus, copy x plus 3. Okay, so again, copy x plus 3. Then multiply by the derivative of x squared. Okay, so we can apply the power rule here. Babasi, exponent na 2, copy the variable x, at itong 2, bawasan natin ng isa. Okay, and then that is equal to x squared multiplied by 1 plus 0 ay x squared lang. X squared pa rin since 1 plus 0 ay 1 times x squared ay x squared. So plus x plus 3, and then this 2x raised to 2 minus 1 is equal to 2x. And that is x squared. This 2x multiplied by x plus 3, pwede pa natin siyang i-multiply. So 2x times x is equal to 2x squared. 2x times 3 is equal to 6x. We can still combine x squared and 2x squared since they are like terms. So x squared plus 2x squared is 3x squared plus 6x. So this is the derivative of the given function. Okay, so another example. Example number 2. Sige, dito na lang tayo sa side. Okay, so for example number 2, y is equal to x squared plus 5 multiplied by x minus 2. So y is equal to x squared plus 5 multiplied by x minus 2. Okay, so again, y prime is equal to, this is your f of x, and this is your g of x. So sa product rule, kopyahin sa f of x squared plus 5, then multiply by the derivative ng g of x, derivative of x minus 2. Then add yung g of x naman. Okay, so again, tandaan nyo lang dito, first to second derivative. Okay, first function multiplied by the derivative of the second function plus second function multiplied by the derivative of the first function. Okay, so g of x minus 2 multiplied by the derivative of our first function, which is x squared plus 5. Okay, and then that is equal to, copy x squared plus 5. Then kunin natin yung derivative ni x minus 2. Okay, so again, derivative of x minus 2. Derivative of x is 1, then minus derivative of 2 is 0. That is constant. Okay, so plus x minus 2, copy lang natin ulit. So x minus 2. Then kunin natin yung derivative ni x squared plus 5. Okay, again, we can apply the power rule here. Then multiply by yung exponent na 2, ibababa. Then copy the variable x. Then itong 2 na to na exponent, babawasan natin ng isa. So 2 minus 1 ay 1. So 2x lang yan. Okay? Then plus 0. Okay? But then 2x plus 0 ay 2x pa rin naman. Okay, then next is x squared plus 5 multiplied by 1 minus 0. This 1 minus 0 ay equal lang sa 1. So x squared plus 5 is equal to x squared plus 5. Then plus, distribute natin itong 2x kay x minus 2. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times negative 2 is negative 4x. Okay, and that is equal to, combining like terms, i-check kung merong pwedeng i-combine. So we can combine x squared and 2x squared. So x squared plus 2x squared is equal to 3x squared. Okay, then minus 4x plus 5. So this is the derivative of the function. Okay, so that is for the product rule. And then the last one, we have the quotient rule. Okay, so for the quotient rule naman, kung kinukuha natin si derivative, ayan, so derivative of f of x over g of x with respect to x. Okay, so mag-start tayo sa denominator pataas. Okay po, mag-start tayo sa denominator pataas. Kunin mo yung denominator, which is g of x, tapos imumultiply mo sa derivative ng numerator, which is f of x. Okay, again, denominator, which is g of x, multiply by the derivative of our numerator, f of x. So, f prime of x. May prime, ibig sabihin, you need to get the derivative. Then, ngayon naman, subtraction. Kanina sa multiplication ay addition. Ngayon sa quotient ay subtraction. Baliktad naman, f of x multiply by the derivative of the denominator, g of x. Okay, then over g of x squared. Square mo lang yung, erase mo lang sa 2 yung denominator natin. Okay, so this will be your guide para sa quotient rule. Okay, so for example number 1, y is equal to 2 over x plus 6. So 2 over x plus 6. Kunin natin ang derivative. So itong 2, sige, gawin natin itong ito yung f of x nyo, and then yung x plus 6, ito yung g of x nyo. Okay, and then apply lang natin yung rule. So now, y prime is equal to, sabi dito, g of x, denominator ka muna, copy, x plus 6, then multiply by the derivative of the numerator, which is 2. Then minus yung numerator naman natin, which is 2, multiply by the derivative of your denominator, which is x plus 6. Okay? So, kumbaga, sinasubstitute ko lang siya dito sa ating pinaka-formula. And then over, raised to 2 lang yung ating denominator. So, x plus 6 raised to 2. Okay? And then next, kunin ang derivative ng mga kailangan kunin. So, x plus 6 copy, since di mo naman siya kailangan kunin, then multiply by the derivative of 2. Again, derivative of a constant is equal to 0. Then minus, copy mo si 2 ulit. Ayan, copy si 2. Then multiply by the derivative of x plus 6. Again, derivative of x ay 1 plus derivative of 6 ay 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1 lang po. Okay po? Again, derivative of x plus 6 with respect to x is 1. Since the derivative of x is 1, derivative of a constant 6 is 0. So 1 plus 0 ay 1 lang din naman. Then over the denominator, x plus 6 raised to 2. Okay? So simplify. So this is x plus 6 multiplied by 0, that is equal to 0, minus 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. Then over x plus 6 squared is, so for our final answer, 0 minus 2 is negative 2 over x plus 6 squared. Okay, so this is the derivative of the function, the given function. Okay, so that is for example number 1. And for example number 2, quotient rule pa rin tayo. So y is equal to x minus 2 over x cube. So y is equal to x minus 2 over x cube. Again, this is your f of x. Ito yung g of x mo, yung denominator. Okay? F of x your numerator, your denominator is your g of x. Okay, so now y prime, kunin na natin ang derivative. Again, sa quotient rule, mag-start ka sa bottom, sa denominator. Okay po. Kunin ang denominator, which is x cube. Just copy. Then multiply by the derivative of our numerator. So derivative of our numerator, which is x minus 2. Then minus, subtraction tayo pagdating sa quotient. Yung numerator naman, copy, which is x minus 2. Multiply by the derivative of the denominator naman, which is x cubed. Okay? Again, sa quotient, denominator multiply by the derivative of numerator minus numerator multiply by the derivative of denominator. So, over, squared mo lang or raise mo lang sa 2 si denominator mo, which is x cubed raised to 2. Okay po? So, that is equal to, kunin ang derivative, x cubed, just copy. Kunin ang derivative ni x minus 2. Okay, then multiply by, derivative of x is 1 minus derivative of 2 is 0. So 1 minus 0 is 1 lang po. Okay, then copy the operation subtraction. Copy the x minus 2. Okay, and then get the derivative of x cubed. Again, you can apply the power rule here. Ibaba sa exponent, which is 3. Copy the variable x. Yung 3 na to, bawasan natin ng isa. So 3 minus 1 ay ito na lang po. Then over this x cubed raised to 2 is equal to x raised to the 6th power. So apply lang natin yung law of exponent dito. Okay, so di ba kung meron tayong a raised to m raised to n, that is equal to, copy the base, then multiply the exponent. That's why we have x raised to 6 here. Copy the base x, multiply the exponent, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Okay, and then simplify, hanggat kaya, ay i-simplify. So that is equal to x cubed minus, okay, the quantity. Distribute this 3x squared dito sa x minus 2. 3x squared multiplied by x is 3x to the third power. And then 3x squared multiplied by negative 2, that is equal to negative 6x squared over x to the 6th power. Okay, so ngayon, meron po tayong negative sa labas ng parenthesis. Okay, so meron tayong negative sa labas ng parenthesis. So kapag ganun, take the opposite or distribute this negative sa lahat ng term na nasa loob. Okay, so that is x cubed, negative multiplied by 3x cubed. This is negative 3x cubed. Negative multiplied by negative 6x squared. This will become positive 6x squared. Okay, then over x to the 6th power. Combining like terms. Paulit-ulit tayo, no? Hanggat kayang i-simplify, i-simplify po. Okay, and that is equal to x cubed minus 3x cubed. Okay, pwede natin itong i-simplify. X cubed minus 3x cubed, that is equal to negative 2x cubed, then plus 6x squared over x to the 6th power. Okay? Okay. So this expression ay pwede pa pong i-simplify. Actually, pwede pa po. Why? Meron tayong common factor. Okay? So sa numerator natin, they are both divisible by x squared. So meron tayong common factor which is x squared. But in some, tinatanggap na naman yung sagot na to. Pero kung isi-simplify natin siya, factor natin, they are both divisible by x squared. So ilalabas ko si x squared. 2x cubed, negative 2x cubed divided by x squared. Ang matitira na lang ay negative 2x. Okay? Then plus 6x squared divided by x squared. Ang matitira na lang ay 6. Then over x to the 6th power. Okay? So, meron akong pwede i-cancel. Ika-cancel ko yung nasa numerator na x squared. Then, magbabawas ako ng x squared dito sa denominator. So, ibig sabihin yung x to the 6th power ay magiging x to the 4th power na lang po. Okay? And that is equal to negative 2x plus 6 over x to the 4th power. So, this is the simplified form for the derivative of the given function. Okay? And that's it po. So, I hope you learned something. So, if you have question, again, you can use the chat or you can use the comment section rather. You can use the comment section and sasagutin natin yan hanggat kaya. Okay? Thank you so much. Keep safe and God bless. And mag-aral kayo ng mabuti.